Hello there, Firefly Home Energy Cleans here again. Today I would like to talk about a topic that is really dear to my heart. Trashing, littering and so on. So let me put myself comfy because I'm kneeling here. And I'm also in front of this because it all goes together with the recycle, repurpose, and what I'm going to talk about for these next 10 minutes, 7 minutes. I walk a lot around the city, Queens, this is the neighborhood where I live in New York City, and I walk all the time to the park and everything. And I'm sorry to say, this city always had the problem with littering and a lot of litter, but I found that there's even more litter, more trash around than usual. I would like to tell a story, which is very Italian part of the story, but I really want to tell it. So, one of the things that makes me crazy, that I really cannot stand, is freaking littering. People that trash. Like the other day, someone was throwing something out of the window, and I took it and I managed to throw it back inside the window and say, if 8 million people that live in New York City behave like you, I will live in a trash can, in a trash bin, because you don't care enough to keep the area where you live, the world where you live, the city where you live clean. And also my other question and my other point that I always make to these people is, who are you? You think that others have to clean behind you, behind your mess, behind your dirtiness? So I live in borderline ghetto area, so it's an outskirt. Still is a beautiful area, but let's say there's many of major US cities, because in Europe it's slightly different, but in US I found that there's these invisible lines, in the cities that divide a good neighborhood from a bad neighborhood. Sometimes it can be an avenue, sometimes it can be a very long street and so on. So I live borderline. Part of the area is really good, wealthy, clean, clearly clean, so. Wealthy doesn't go together hand in hand with clean. And I have two stories about it. One is more about ghetto person, and I call it like that because I mean uneducated slash poor person. And again, not all poor person are uneducated. Not all ghetto people are bad people. That's clear. I don't want to generalize, even if I'm using some terms for the handiness, because it's handy to use those terms to make you understand. But again, generalization, I'm against generalization. Each single person is a single case, and I'm talking about that person or the people like that person that I use an example, just to be clear. And the other one is about very extremely wealthy kids, because I saw their watches, I saw the jacket they wear, and they were walking this side. So, not long ago, I was waiting for the train. This lady comes in. You can see she's a very classical, the stereotype of a kind of a ghetto lady. She's eating and she sits next to me, waiting the train, the MTA outside. It's one of the outside station, and she throw everything, banana peel, plastic, something packages on the floor. And I look at her, I was like, excuse me, you dropped something, because I usually always say that. She was like, oh, mind your F business. And I was like, excuse me? And she was straight away attacking, because the best defense when you have no arguments is attacking, and it's being very vulgar, very aggressive. And she started yapping, yo, mind your business, with a lot of F words and swear words, which to me, they bounce back to me. First of all, I live long enough. Second, I don't know, but I'm very Italian for that, or very European. If you scream at me and you scream F words at me, I'm not impressed, I'm not scared, I'm nothing. So I'm like, yeah, what? And for a second, I just told her, imagine if 8 million people do like you. Imagine, are you so dirty at home? And she was like, yeah, my home is like that. I was like, wow, so you're a dirty human being, because I don't call you a pig, because pigs are very clear. And animals are much better than any humans that do that, because we are supposedly have a brain, and we have ethics, and we should know better than animals. Plus, animals don't use plastic, so they still are less damaging than we humans are. And she was like, nah, and she was getting me, doing this to me, screaming. And so for a second I was about to move, and I was like, no, who's in the right, who's in the wrong? I was like, I don't move. First of all, she sat next to me, and she starts screaming insults and F words when I'm just saying things with arguments. So I'm using proper arguments. I don't insult her, I'm not insulting, I'm not aggressive, I'm not screaming, I'm not using swear words. I'm telling my facts, my opinion with arguments to her in a regular voice. So I stand up, because by the way, I'm tall. I was 3 times her size. And I look at her, I was like, what do you want to do? So what? Because she was doing that to me. I was like, do you think I'm scared? I was like, I'm not scared of you dirty people, and you should learn ethics, because you people disgust me. I was like, people like you are the problem in this world, because trashing a place where you live, it's pathetic and it's sad. And she starts screaming, and she started backing off, because I wasn't backing off. I was staying still like a monolith, you know, standing your ground. Like I was calm, centered, and I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong here. So you have the problem. And so she started, and then she started backing up, and then she started like, and she walked away, went somewhere else, screaming, still insults to me, doing, you know, all the signs with your hands that we all know. And I was laughing, and I was like, you know what? You are a sad human being. You are a dirty, sad human being. Again, because animals are not like that. And I was like, and because of people like you, our city is trashed. So again, I'll say, if you see people doing that, say something, always in respectful manner. But especially if you're a mother, a father, a grandparent, teach your freaking kids, and this, that when I use the F word as freaking, teach your freaking kids to not trash the place, the world, Earth. Because we live in a ball, the planet is here for everybody, and everybody has to enjoy it. Every city around the world, I'm talking United States, but more or less every, has at least 100,000 people or more. Imagine if 100,000 people will behave like some of you do. Some people, you, not you that you're listening, but you know what I mean? Some people that I see around do. I see my neighbor is full of plastic bottles, cans, mask. Oh my God, disposable mask. Seriously, COVID has been happened. Well, believe it was a man-made, lab-made from China. Believe it was from bats. But anyway, COVID, it's happening also, and scientists say that it's been proven, it's been studied, and there are studies that says about it. Is due, and pandemics happen because we don't care about natural environment and natural habitats enough, about nature, about Mother Earth. So everything is connected. So one thing we should learn about COVID, everybody's complaining, I don't want a mask, I don't work. A lot of people don't work, which is more than a complaint, is a real problem. I cannot go to bars, that's a complaint. I cannot go there, I cannot do that, I cannot travel, I cannot go to holidays. Okay, so nobody's happy about COVID. Nobody wants pandemics. Pandemics don't help anybody except the super richers, because the 1% just got so much richer. So let's say 80-90% of human beings in the world, so it's billions of people, are not happy about COVID, and they don't get anything good about a pandemics, a global pandemics, without counting all the deaths, the people that have been intubated, the people that will have problems, health problems for a long time. So what happens? Most of human beings, or at least 50%, because to the place to be so littered, it means there's a lot of people are doing it, not only 10% or 20%. It means it's more around 30-40% of people globally. I'm talking statistics, I'm talking numerically. Keep littering, trashing the world we live in, our cities, our neighbors, and so on. So what does it mean that we don't learn anything? That lots of people say, oh, because religion, the Bible say we don't come from the monkeys. No, okay, well, believe we don't come from the monkeys, but believe also we are more stupid than the monkeys. We are ignorant. We don't learn lessons. We don't learn to change our behavior for the better, to maybe stop future pandemics from happening. And everything is connected. Small actions, like, oh, I have this wrapping paper, or I have this plastic bottle, throw it in the trash can. Cities are full of trash bins, and guess what? Otherwise, bring your reusable bag, put them all there. When you go home, you put it in your own litter, in your own trash can at home. The world, the streets, we all share them. I am so tired. I've been to the beach in Rockaway, full of like whatever, plastic straws, plastic bags, whatever. Stop it. And one way to stop this, if you're not good enough to change your own behavior or teach kids, because teach children manners, teach children ethics. For God's sake, teach your kids, your family kids, your neighbor kids, the kids you have in school, teach them ethics and ethical behavior. I don't know how to say it anymore. It's time that we do it more and more. Less TV, less socials, and more, seriously, more ethics. Because it's incredible. It gets me mad. So again, one way to prevent this from happening, at least let's use reusable things. Let's use sustainable products. Let's use less plastic. I am a huge fan of reuse, recycle, repurpose. Like, what is this? Okay, this is a palette. With this, we made a great base for a sofa. You painted it, you put LED lights inside, so then it's a dim light at night. It's beautiful, it's easy, a cheap but nice, like a mattress on top of it, and you have a sofa that you can use, your friends can sleep on. If you have animals like us with cats, no problem if they ruin it, and so on. This can be used as a planter. You can put plants that come out down here. You can use it and even add stuff in here and use it as a bookshelf. You can use it a lot of things once it's painted. Now see, it's normal that here we have branches from the park that we use for cat walls, cat stretchers. You have tons of ideas in Pinterest, tons of ideas in Instagram, tons of ideas in Facebook or whatever you see, TikTok, Snapchat, tons of ideas. So let's just do it. What's the big deal? Let's just be more sustainable. And please, please, please stop littering. Thank you. Bye-bye.